That's your cue, Kate.
Hello and greetings, fellow aliens. Welcome, and if you're an alien that's legal, or if you're an alien that is illegal, or if you're an extraterrestrial alien, that's even better. Welcome to Aliens Are Us, coming to you from the flying saucer at 441 Nevada Way, Boulder City, Nevada, 89005. And the phone number is 702-293-1823. If you think I have a funny accent, it's probably because I'm a Polynesian native of New Zealand, of a race called Maoris. And my given name is Kae Kawana Pai Pai Whatarangi Ropo Amapohe. And I'll be podcasting under the name Kae, and you can call me, I'll be podcasting under the name Kosmic Kae. This broadcast is coming to you on the 20th, Thursday, the 20th of September, and it is 2 o'clock on Thursday, September the 20th. And again, this podcast is coming to you from Aliens Are Us at the Flying Saucer at 441 Nevada Way, Boulder City, Nevada, 89005, and phone 702-293-1823. That is a little, because we don't have commercials, that is a little signal for our first commercial. And the first commercial is, do you have a commercial, Sue?
I have a little commercial. Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'm going to tell people about the wonderful book we have by Angela Thompson Smith. She's a PhD. Remote Perceptions is the name of her book, and you've probably heard of remote viewing. If I may, let me read the back of the book. It says, when Angela Smith was still very young, she discovered she could do just that, which was see blocks away, continents away, generations away, though she had not heard of such terms as remote viewing or out-of-body experiences. As she grew up, she learned the names for her ability. She learned the name of her ability as she mastered the methods, following the lead of such pioneers as Ingo Swann. Now Swann, who trained members of the intelligent communities in psychic warfare with the former Soviet Union, calls Thompson an experienced, both exceedingly articulate, both exceedingly articulate and scientifically based. You'll agree with him as the author of Remote Perceptions discusses methods for seeing other times and other places with the objectivity of a scientist, all while relating her personal experiences to help you apply these abilities to everyday life. Angela happens to live right here in Boulder City. The second book she has on the same subject is called Seer, 30 Years of Remote Viewing and Counting. Both of these books just came out recently, and I think you'll enjoy them. If you're interested in the subject, remind you that this was a science that was used in military training. And I think there was a movie about it not too long ago. That's my end of my commercial.
Okay. When you hear that squeak, these are little aliens that we sell in the store, and they're squeaky. And that's a cue for me to tell a joke before I introduce our first guest. But I think as he's a bit of a joker too, I'll just introduce him. Okay, as I told you, we weren't interested in having famous people on our program. We just wanted regular, ordinary people. And my first guest, Kevin, welcome to the show. Kevin is Kevin Smith, and he works for the Catholic Church here in Boulder City, and I'll let him tell you about what he does.
Thank you, Kay. All right. Yes, as he said, I'm Kevin Smith. I grew up here in Boulder City. I have not lived in Boulder City for a good many years, but I work here and I have a lot of friends here and I love the place a lot. So if you're out this way, be sure and stop in and visit us. So I am a maintenance man at the Catholic Church, and then this fellow found me several years ago, and I do kind of the same thing for him. However, Kay is a bit flamboyant and unconventional.
That's putting it
And-
nicely.
I'm being kind there. And he comes up
You
with
can say crazy, that's fine.
and he comes up with ideas of things that he would like to do that are a little out of the world here, and he asks other people if they can be done, and sometimes they tell him no, that's just nuts. So when he asks me, I say, well, let me think about it, and the next day I come up with some way to do it. And so he keeps me around for that reason. It keeps things interesting.
Yeah.
And a little
And-
bit risky sometimes.
Also, Kevin is a carpenter extraordinaire. You know, if I come up with some unusual things, he'll think about it, and then he'll come back to me and say, "Oh yeah, I can do that." And but his work is just amazing, and that's why he's at the Catholic Church. You want to tell him a little bit about what you do at the Catholic Church?
At this Catholic church here in Boulder City, it's not a large parish, but I have about 10.5 acres that I take care of inside and out. The landscaping, the janitorial, the painting, the carpentry, the electric. We do some concrete work. I just do it all. I do a lot of, I am the maintenance department. And I do get some help. There are some good people there, and I really love the job. I love it a lot. And I've been there for a little over 14 years, and I've been with Kay a little over 13 years. So we've had a pretty good run together.
And just to interrupt him a little, he all these little old ladies at the Catholic Church, if they need something done with their air conditioning or anything, guess who they call? Mr. Kevin. And he really is a good Samaritan, and he takes care of everybody's problems, which is why he never gets to mine.
I think we should also
That's true.
mention that Kevin built the spaceship that we have outside of our store.
Yes, and I think it needs lights. The lights need fixing.
You didn't see that part. I took care of that the other day.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see it. That's a blind joke, folks.
And maybe on a more serious note, who's your brother?
I have an older brother. His name is Paul Smith, and he's also in remote viewing, as is Angela Thompson, and he works with her quite regularly. They do training sessions and conventions together, and he has written a couple of books as well, which they carry here in the store, which I don't have one in front of me, but
Yeah, and I think they sell out quickly because we try to get them to autograph them, but most of the autograph books, they just fly out of the store, and you might get some books that we haven't had a chance to get autographed, and they'll be in the store, but they won't be autographed. But we try to get all the books autographed. As he says, as Kevin says, he has a famous brother, and Paul Smith is a well-known, renowned remote viewer, and he's been on Coast to Coast with George Norrie several times. So is Angela, actually. And I'm sorry to interrupt.
no,
You can
well, that's
continue.
all right. I'm used to that. So
Actually, I had an
You're
alien
the
joke.
boss.
Does anybody want to hear it? Or if you don't want to hear it, that's fine.
I want to hear it.
Okay. Okay, you asked for it. Okay, this alien joke. I was by the front door of our house, and the doorbell rang, and I said to my wife, Elizabeth, I said, "Don't worry, love, I'll go out and I'll get it." And so I opened the door, and I said, "Who is it?" And I heard these squeaky sounds out there, and I thought, God, what the heck is that? And when I was able to finally decipher it, it was an alien. And he was saying, "I come from the stars, I'm from Reticuli 1, Reticuli 2, and I'm an alien, and I want you to take me to your leader." So I grabbed him by the hand. I knew he was alien because he only had 3 fingers. So I led him into the house, and I introduced him to my wife. I said, "This is my wife, Elizabeth." and I think he abducted her because I haven't seen her since. That's also a blind joke.
Oh, gee.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Hang on. Okay, you can continue now, Kevin.
We have some people saying hello.
Okay,
Jim Esmer.
Ismert.
Jen.
Jim Ismert used to be with Postnet.
Oh, Jimmy has one. Okay.
Saying hello.
Hi, Jimmy.
Hillary Pendleton.
Hillary Pendleton. Hi, Hillary. I know Hillary. She's up in
Kentucky.
Kentucky somewhere.
Ernie Howard.
Who?
Ernie Howard.
Ernie Howard. Hi, Ernie.
Victor Lee Miller.
Victor Lee Miller. Hi, Victor.
Cleverson Dominguez.
Who?
Cleverson Dominguez.
Cleverson
Dominguez.
Dominguez. Hi, Cleverson.
John Willis.
John Willis. Hi, John. I know John.
Casey Zappa Roberts.
Stacy.
No, Casey.
Casey.
Zappa Roberts.
Casey Zappa Roberts. Hi, Casey Zappa Roberts.
And Vincent Fischela.
Vincent Situla.
Fischela.
Fitula. Okay. Hi, Vincent.
All right, continue.
No.
That was it? Okay. Okay, Kevin, I've forgotten where we
Well,
were.
a note to Victor Miller, he didn't do it. That's an inside joke.
Yeah, that's it. He's the judge here in
Yeah.
town.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So,
And anyway, getting on to the famous people that Kevin's associated with. Also, Kevin has some unique things he does. I guess everybody's heard of telekinesis.
oh,
Kevin practices psychokinesis, and I won't put him on the spot to give us a demonstration, but
oh, good.
I'll let you continue with it, and so you don't have to do it. But
How about I tell a joke instead?
oh no, okay,
All right, alien came down to Earth and landed in a bog, and he was looking for some creatures that he could check out and investigate, and he found a great big fat bullfrog. Well, he put the bullfrog up on the table in the spaceship and had his tablet out, and he got out a big knife, and he was looking at this frog, and he said, "Jump, frog, jump." Well, the frog took a couple of jumps and stopped, so he wrote this down on the tablet. Then he took the knife and he cut off one of the frog's legs, and he said, "Jump, frog, jump." Well, the frog quivered a little, but he hopped and he hopped, so he wrote this down in the tablet. So then he cut off the other leg, and he said, "Jump, frog, jump." Well, the frog quivered and wiggled a little, and then kind of flopped over sideways, and then he kind of flopped over again a little bit sideways, so he wrote this all down in his tablet. So he took the knife and he cut off the remaining legs, and he said, "Jump, frog, jump." The frog just laid there. "Jump, frog, jump." And the frog just laid there. So he wrote down in his tablet, "Frog without legs can't hear."
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
well, that's worse than mine.
Yeah, probably.
That's worse than mine. But anyway, tell us a little bit about the Catholic Church and the event that you've got coming up. I know Phil Esser is the musical director
This
and
is
the
true.
choir master there. And I know you're having an event coming up this Saturday, is it? Yeah, you want to tell us about that?
Sure.
And tell us what Phil does. and-
Okay. As he mentioned, Phil Esser is the choir director, and he's well known in the community for doing fundraisers that benefit the veterans or the emergency aid food collection or the senior center. And he's always doing fundraisers for other people, and he's quite good at putting on a good show. Anyway, he is going to be the entertainment on Saturday night, and what we are doing is a fundraiser to help with some of the needs around the parish. In particular, the big parking lot that we have. I told you we had a large acreage. And it's a wine tasting. And during this wine tasting, you'll not only get a chance to savor some of the fine wines that were going to be featured, but you'll get to hear the entertainment and lots of hors d'oeuvres. And it's going to be on Saturday night at the church, and everybody's welcome. If you'd like to come around, we'll sell you a ticket, and you can get in and join us. It'll be a lot of fun.
There was something I meant to have you bring, and I forgot about it until it was too late. You were already coming here. But Kevin also makes these wine bottles lamps. Tell them a bit about that.
We also have a lot of those lamps at the wine tasting event this
Describe the
Saturday
lamp.
night. Saturday night, and they're for sale. They'll be part of the decorations, but if you drink enough wine, you can get a lot of empty bottles, and I try my best. So I'll put a series of lights inside the bottles and a cord with a switch on it, and they make beautiful lamps of all different colors. I've got blue, red, green, all kinds of things, and they do look quite nice and quite festive, and those will be featured as part of the decorations. And anyone who would like to purchase one that night can get a little tag to put around the neck of the bottle so no one else will buy it, and then at the end of the evening they can unplug it, take it home, and help us undecorate.
How much is the wine tasting that night?
The event is $40, and
there's entertainment and orders.
the entertainment is included in hors d'oeuvres. They're going to be pretty amazing. So we're really excited about it, and hopefully we'll raise a little bit of money for the church's needs as well. So it should be fun.
And when is it again?
Saturday night at 6:30.
Saturday. What's that date?
The
Saturday
22nd.
Is the 22nd. Okay. Also, Kevin, as I said, is a local Good Samaritan, and he is driving down to Phoenix and coming back for. Well, tell us about it. Kevin.
Yeah,
You don't have to mention his name, but
who wants to hear about a funeral? I'm going
Yeah.
to Phoenix after this podcast is over. A dear friend of mine that I worked with for many years as a carpenter has passed away, and I'm going down there for his services at the Veteran Cemetery in Phoenix, and I'll be back because of the party coming up. So can't miss the party.
yeah. So he's driving all the way to Phoenix as soon as this podcast ends. Then he's going to the funeral of his friend, and then he's driving all the way back so he can get here in time for the party on the 22nd, Saturday at 6 o'clock.
6:30.
Oh, 6:30. Oh, I'll give you an extra half hour to make it then.
Is that a high sign over there?
I think.
I just wanted to let you know that Teresa Oat just joined us.
Teresa Oates.
OTT is her last name, and
probably Ott.
Casey said, "Hey Kay, this is your old friend Casey Roberts from old BC TV days."
Oh, Casey Roberts. Oh, yeah, wow. Hi, Casey. I haven't seen you for ages, and I mean that literally. But and thanks for watching and coming and see us sometime.
Also, Aaron Nyhan, Nyhan, Aaron.
Aaron Nehan.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Aaron.
Okay.
I have a commercial.
Any commercials?
Yeah,
I
and
have a commercial.
Sue has a commercial.
Okay, Halloween is coming up, so we have these great glasses for kids. This is one of the Transformers. This is called Bumblebee, and I know anybody who watches the Transformers or has seen the movies will know what that is. We also have the other Transformer, Optimus Prime. These are glasses that kids can wear for Halloween or actually any party time. And of course, we have to have an alien pair of glasses here for kids. And then for Christmas time, we have something that is great. We have Yetis. This is the little Yeti here. They're nice and soft and furry and really cute. And then we also have, this is the little guy, and then we have the big Yeti here.
Is that a Bigfoot or a big?
It's a
big
Yeti. We have
It's
the
a Yeti.
Bigfoots and we have the Yetis. And we also have a great little book for kids too called Nighttime, I believe it is, Nighttime for Yeti. So these are great for Christmas presents for kids, especially these white furry ones here. That's the end of my commercial.
Okay.
Can you give the website where they can find some products?
Yeah, you can go to hooverdamstore.com, which you will find both Aliens Are Us Flying Saucer products and Hoover Dam Store products. If you're a Hoover Dam Store junkie, we have all kinds of things that if you miss purchasing them down at the dam, we have plenty of those items, keychains and magnets and stickers and so on and so forth on the website, along with a lot of other things. The alien portion of that website will carry all of these items also.
And remind everybody if they have questions to go ahead and ask.
Yes, on the
If they have questions, they can ask online.
online. Oh yeah, right.
Or
Yeah,
live.
or live, right.
Yeah.
And that's the end of my commercial.
Okay. Before we wrap it up with Kevin, I had another joke,
Oh,
and unfortunately,
oh.
there's two aliens fishing. There's one on the left, one on the right, and the one on the left says to the one on the right, "Did you catch anything?" And he says, "I think I got something." So he pulls it up, and he said, "Hell, I got an egg." And the alien on the left says, "Oh, throw it back. It's an extraterrestrial."
No.
Sorry about that.
Where do aliens go to school?
I don't know.
Universities.
University.
Universe?
Yeah, university. Okay,
Okay.
that's enough. I'm not going to ask you for any more.
No, you're not, huh?
Okay,
Okay.
are we about ready to wrap this up?
Well, does your guest have anything else to add?
Do you have anything else to add?
Well, this is a very interesting place to visit. So it's unusual. I do advise you stop in and check it out if you're in Boulder City or thinking about it. So Boulder City itself has a lot of things going on, especially this time of year around the weekends when the weather is so nice. There's always some activity in the park or around locally, and this is right in there. So.
Yeah, and as he's saying that, it reminds me we have the West Fest coming up at the end of September, and then we have the famous Boulder City Art Festival, which is coming up the first weekend on October. Other than that, I think
We also have wine walks, okay?
Oh, and then we have wine walks. I forget when's the
The
next
wine
wine
walks
walk.
are the second Saturday in every month. So we've had one already. The next one will be coming up in the second Saturday in October, and they're great. You get your tickets at the Chamber of Commerce, and they will supply you with a glass, and you can walk around town to all the places indicated on the map to get a little sampling of wine. And what else is coming up that I'm trying to think. I don't have
Yeah.
anything written.
Remind people of your website again,
www.hooverdamstore.com.
and remind them where your store is located.
Leave that to
Store
Kate.
is located at Aliens Are Us at the Flying Saucer at 441 Nevada Way, Boulder City, Nevada 89005. Phone 702-293-1823. And are we signing off now? I'd like 2 minutes. Okay.
Eight.
Well, we have 8
Get up
minutes.
and do a dance or
So
something.
maybe one more joke. Anybody got another joke?
Let me think.
Well, I got one that's religious based. You want?
Okay, yeah,
Sure, go
let's hear it.
ahead.
Let's
Since
hear it.
since I work at a Catholic church.
Yeah, we'll excuse you.
It all goes.
All right. Okay. So the disclaimer. This preacher was assigned to a little western outpost town, and it was his first Sunday, and he was all prepared, and he was waiting for the crowds to come in, and in came one lonely cowhand, and he sat down in the front row. Well, the preacher waited, and finally he came down off the pulpit, and he says, "Son, it's just you and I here. Is this going to be worth it, or should we just call it quits and say that's good enough?" And the cowboy says, "Well, sir, I'm just a lowly cowhand. I don't know much, but I do know that if I went out in the field and only I was going to feed the herd and only one cow showed up, I'd sure feed her." Well, the preacher took that as a high sign, and he said, "Good enough." So he went back up on the pulpit, and he started to preach the Old Testament, the New Testament, redemption, sin, repentance, salvation. He just unloaded everything. He let it rip. He was exhausted by the time he was finished, and he came down feeling
some
pretty good
booze,
about
too.
what he had told him. And he says, "Well, son, what'd you think about that?" And he says, "Well, sir, like I told you, I'm just a lowly cowhand. I don't know much. And if I went out in the field to feed the herd and only one cow showed up, I would feed her, but I wouldn't dump the whole load."
Oh, yuck.
Okay.
We have
Okay.
more.
So we have another commercial break.
Yes, we
That's
do.
good. Thank goodness.
Okay, I was just handed something here. We have this outer space vodka, this nice big bottle of outer space vodka. And if you buy this outer space vodka this size, we also have it smaller size, you also get a pair of these glasses. I wouldn't necessarily call them alien glasses, but they are green framed. In addition to go with your vodka when you're sipping it,
You might need them so nobody sees your eyes.
yeah, we have alien beef jerky. Now, we may have mentioned this before in our other two podcasts, but it's always worth mentioning it again because this is really, really good stuff. This is what they sell out at Baker,
Yeah, at the Alien Jerky
at the
store.
Alien Jerky
in
store.
Baker,
So we
in
have it here
California.
also. Now, getting back to Christmas again, and I think Stacy may have mentioned these last week. I'm not sure, but just to remind you that Christmas is coming up, and these are great for kids. This is called See Inside Space Stations and Spacecraft. They're great books for kids to learn. They have these little flaps that you open up, and it gives you more information about it. But children who are interested in space, or they don't have to be interested in aliens, they could just be interested in the universe. These are great learning books for children. In addition to that, we have my first book about outer space. I mean, where do you think all of our scientists have come from that study space in today? Is because they were interested in it when they were kids. So these are great books for them. Then the last one I have here, and again, Stacy may have showed these to you, it's called The Big Book of Stars and Planets. And again, it has great illustrations in it. And good for kids. And I think we also have one with, we have a couple of books with 3D glasses in it for kids.
Real quick, Joyce Pelka is saying hello, Kay.
Who?
Joyce Pelka.
Joyce Helka?
Pelka.
Pelk.
Okay. Hello, Joyce. Thanks for tuning in.
Keep going.
Oh,
Oh,
to sip your vodka in, we have this Area 51 shot glass. It has an alien on it with a spaceship.
If you're a sipper.
If you're a sipper, right. If you're more than a sipper, we have this for you.
Yeah.
It's an Alien 51 mug for your vodka. Probably out of that bottle, you get 2 cups of this, 2 cups of vodka from that particular bottle. And here's another one. The truth is out there, Area 51. And of course, we know where the term "the truth is out there" comes from. That's from X-Files, and we have a lot of X-File items here too. And I think we may have.
don't we have some I Believe
Post-
T-shirts or
we have
posters?
posters. We have the I Believe posters, and we have the shots. We have the Sew On patch. We have magnets, and we also have mugs.
Where are we again? Where are we located?
We're at Aliens Are Us, at the Flying Saucer at 441 Nevada Highway, Nevada Way, Boulder City, Nevada 89005. Phone 702-293-1823. And am I wrapping it up now?
Yeah. And who are you?
Okay, and my name is Cosmic Kae, and I'm the owner of the store, and also you're welcome to come in at any time. Again, it's Aliens Are Us at the Flying Saucer, 441 Nevada Way, Boulder City, Nevada 89005. And in signing off, I'd like to say Kia ora, nanu nanu, zing zing, ka-ching, ka-ching.
God, help us.